Hey y'all, Dana with Sullivan Family Homestead here, and as you can see, I'm not at home. I'm at the yarn shop today, and so today is a fabulous day, and I'll tell you why. Every year, let me turn this around here. Every year, our co-op has an annual chicken meeting. This meeting is a really cool deal that they put on. Basically, they have a speaker that comes out, and that person could be from the feed company or, anything chicken related. Hey, how's it going? I see everybody is coming in. We've got Bet in the Farm and Suburban Hillbilly. They should teach chicken math. Hey, Andy's backyard. Miss Vina's in here. How's it going? So anyway, this chicken meeting is wonderful because not only do they normally have a lot of really informative stuff. I mean, it's supposed to be an informative meeting. It's a presentation that they do. But also, they give out prizes, which is super cool, and they feed you. And if there's something that you don't know about the South, it is this. We like food. If you ever want to bring a group of people together, you offer barbecue. Hey, Miss Bandana's in here too. So anyway, barbecue is a big deal around here, and so they use it to bring people in. But of course, I don't need the barbecue. I need the chickens. So yes, Vina, exactly. Mention food and people will come. Don't forget the fried chicken. Well, wouldn't that be awesome to have at a chicken meeting? But anyway, and I'm sorry about my phone's kind of wobbling around. As you can tell, since I'm at work, I don't have my tripod, so I guess I should bring one with me. But anyway, this is a lot of fun because it's also an indication that the co-op has they got the baby chicks in, and I am so excited for that. Y'all know how I like my chickens. So as it turns out, Mr. Sullivan and I were talking about this just last night, about what I wanted to do with the chickens, something that I was looking forward to that maybe he's not quite sold on just yet. Basically, what I want to do is I want to have my laying flock, okay, and then I want to have a few of the what we'll call specialty breeds, the heirloom varieties that are not heirloom, not fruit and vegetable heritage varieties. That maybe aren't as common that I could breed, and there are a few of them that I'm thinking of, and it just happens that you guys that have been following me for a while, you know about Agnes and Lacey, my two little light Brahma girls that we raised in the house. It turns out that the co-op has a whole batch of them they got in yesterday. I can't even hide how excited I am about that. Oh, I am so excited. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, Andy says I'm doing an operation sneak in some chickens. Rebel chicken people unite. That's awesome. So, yeah, okay, so, I mean, it's just, I gotta rein it in, and I know I do, and I'm trying, but they're so fluffy. They're so cute. I can't help it. So, last night, Matt and I were discussing how we were going to arrange everybody. Right now, we have the big chicken coop at the front side of the property, and that has all of our laying girls in it. And then we had built a smaller coop that was supposed to be a chicken tractor to start with, but we made it bigger because there were a lot of the chickens, and then, well, then it's not portable anymore because it's heavy as all get out. Grizz! How's it going, buddy? So anyway, this backyard coop that we built was for the chicks that had been given to me by a friend of mine. And of course, I'm not going to turn down free baby chicks. Are you kidding me? And as it turns out, the free baby chicks are black copper Morans, they're lavender Orpingtons, and one Mr. Frankie, Mr. Polish Rooster. And I love them. They're awesome. They are fabulous chickens. But there were 16 of them. Oh, and there were two black Americanas in there also. And now we've taken the Americanas out and we've put them in their own little chicken coop thing that we had gotten. A friend of Matt's had one of those pre-built Tractor Supply type chicken coops, the kind that's really made for, when they say 3 to 5 chickens, they mean silkies. But it works really good for 2 Americanas. And then, of course, we let them out to free range. They just sleep in there at night. So we have the big hen house for our laying birds, and then we have the backyard coop for the freebies, and then we have the little bitty Tractor Supply coop in the greenhouse for the Americanas. But I would like to have maybe 3 portable chicken tractors, with one of them with my Brahmas, one of them with Jubilee Orpingtons, and one of them with something else. I don't know, some other really cool breed. Ultimately, I want our eggs that we sell to be like rainbow variety, so I want to find a couple of olive eggers. We've got the blue eggs now from the Americanas, so that's super cool, but I'd like to get another hen or 2 because I have 1 hen and 1 roux. And so, these are the discussions that we were having last night, which I would say basically ended with Matthew saying, "You're frickin' nuts, we're not doing that." And you're turning our house into a petting zoo. Yes, I am. And I love it. Oh, goodness. Uh-oh, Grizz has got snow, looks like. Grizz, I just don't want to tell you, it is blazing hot here already. I mean, I'm in t-shirt and capris, and, I mean, except for the water still being cold, we could easily go swimming and be just fine. It's probably about 73 already. So, and it's still early, right? So, Ben the Farm says she made snow ice cream the past snow. That's cool. Yeah, I don't agree. I agree with you completely, Andy. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having a petting zoo. I mean, we've got the mini horse, we've got goats, we've got ducks, we've got the big horses, and we've got a bazillion chickens. What's like 30 more gonna hurt? Now, I did try to justify this whole getting more chickens thing. Oh, let me see. There we go. Hey, Pickers, how's it going? I did try to justify this whole getting more chickens thing by saying, maybe if we just go ahead and turn all the chickens out free range all the time anyway, that'll of course cut the feed bill down by a lot, which was one of his big excuses was, since Charlotte and Charlie were killed, we've been keeping the chickens pinned up most of the time and just turn them out to free range now and then. And so because of that, we're still supplementing all of their feeding with grain. So if we were to turn them out all the time and just hope and pray for the best, then our feed bill would go down. Well, the problem with that is, for example, Agnes and Lacey, you know the drill. When you name them, it's over as far as not caring about them anymore. So, I'd feel really bad if something happened to Agnes and Lacey. So, but if they are in a chicken tractor, then nothing can get to them, in theory, and they can still free range-ish. So, I would like to just maybe make 3 or 4 chicken tractors and just tootle them around the yard and the property and just do it that way. And then they would just have to have a little supplemental feed here and there, just enough to keep up with egg production. So we'll see. I have a feeling that one or the other of us are going to be a little bit upset this evening after the meeting. I'm so excited to have them. Yeah, there you go. Andy says that's why I'm going to name all my chickens the Colonel, Popeye, grilled, fried, barbecue, and baked. Now, we got all of our first set of laying hens last spring. We got them, and I'm not attached to them. Really, I could go out there, I could butcher one of them today and not care. Obviously, I don't want somebody's stupid dog coming onto my property and killing them all just for fun. But, it wouldn't, if one of them vanished, it wouldn't necessarily kill me. But if something happened to Agnes or Lacey, because they're my babies, or Pip, God forbid, something happened to Pip, I would be really sad. So, I kind of feel like this is a good compromise, I can have more chickens, I can put them in a chicken tractor, they take less feed because they're going to be plowing around the yard. His concern is that they'll tear up the yard, and my reply to that is, if we move the tractors often enough, it shouldn't be an issue. So, and, we don't have to put them in the tractors all the time. We can put the hens in the chicken coop and run, and put the other ones outside that are in the back. They can go back in their coop now and then too. So, Suburban, yes ma'am. Let me tell you how many times I have thought of this. I would be a divorcee, but I have thought of it. Yes, Suburban says Pip just needs to learn to use the litter box. Matthew is going to get on here and see this, and he is not going to be impressed with you. I'm just saying. I think it's hilarious, though. It's awesome. It's true, though, by the way. It's very true. So, it's a horrible thing. It's horrible, but I'll go out to the hen coop, and, that's where Pip is right now, is out with the girls. And they took him in right off the bat. He's not crowing. He's just strutting around like one of the girls, so he's probably some weird little rooster, but I don't care. They look out for him too, man. Nothing messes with him. It's kind of cool. But, Suburban says, he's the husband. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. I keep thinking that maybe he wouldn't even notice. I could just bring him in. Oh, sorry about that. I could just bring him in and let him live downstairs in the craft room where I'm at all the time. Matt doesn't even go there anyways. That's like no man's land, so he wouldn't even know. So, But anyway, so if I could put them in chicken tractors so they can take care of things, and I think that they would help keep the yard down too. I don't think that they would tear it up as long as we keep them moving. So, maybe every other day we have to move them. Maybe even every day we have to move them. I don't know. But I don't mind doing that either. So, especially if it keeps the feed bill down. I mean, with as many chickens as we have now, if we were to have them totally on feed and not free ranging at all, we would go through about 100 pounds of feed every week between laying crumble and scratch. So, of course, that's counting the 5 ducks. I mean, we can't discount the ducks. But, and that's something else, too. I would actually like to have some more ducks because we were supposed to only have 1 drake and 4 hens. And we ended up with 2 drakes and 3 hens, which is fine. So Matt was supposed to decide which one he wanted to put in the freezer, and then we would have 1 drake and 3 hens, which was fine. And then I wanted to get maybe 3 or 4 more hens because ultimately I would like to sell the duck eggs on a regular basis, like I would like to keep the chicken eggs going all year long. So anyway, and that's a whole nother discussion. While we're talking about chickens, we'll talk about that. Let's see here. Bet in the Farm asks, how many do you have total? Really, or chicken mathly? Chicken mathly, I have like 5. But I think we have, let's see, 42 chickens and 5 ducks, somewhere in there. Suburban, yes. Suburban says you could also grow a bigger garden for summer chicken feed. That is definitely something that we are looking into. I say these things, and sometimes Matthew hears about them for the first time on these live streams. But I am thinking about that. What kind of things that we can grow? Benton says growing fodder. There's things that we can grow to help substitute the feeding, or supplement the feeding. Yes. So anyway, that's something that we are thinking about, something that we're planning on, and something we have to implement. But I really like the idea of the chicken tractors going around the property. And they don't have to be in the front yard. It's not like I'm talking about leaving a half dozen chicken tractors sitting on the front step, I mean, we have a couple of acres that we can let them roam on outside of the horse pastures and that stuff. So it's not like I don't have enough space for him to go. He's just being a turkey. But I think if they help keep the lawn mowed, then he'd be a lot happier. So really, I'm just being a loving and considerate wife. Okay. So, Grizz says we have 25 chickens and free range them and still go through 100 pounds a month of scratch and pellets. Yeah, but that's a month, Grizz. I mean, you're still doing twice as well as we would be, or we do with them being cooped up. I mean, we have twice as many chickens, but even then, okay, you'd be going through 200 pounds a month. We go through roughly 400 pounds a month if we don't let them range. So, but anyway, one of the ways that we supplement the expense is by selling our chickens, and selling the eggs. Wait. Suburban says you could just scatter some extra seeds and move the chicken tractors there. Sorry guys, my throat's starting to get scratchy and I'm trying to read here. Okay, so what was I saying? We supplement the expenses by selling the eggs. And I had been selling our chicken eggs for $3 a dozen and the duck eggs for $5 a dozen. And I sell pretty much everything that we don't use. And we still don't have a whole lot of eggs. I mean, we do. We've got probably, I don't know, half a dozen to 3/4 of a dozen a day right now, with the weather just finally starting to get back on track. And, you know, by the time they're in full swing, you know, we should have a couple dozen eggs a day every single day. So, you know, I can sell them. Well, I had mentioned to Matt the other day, if he would post it to, his fire guys have this messenger thing that they all message on, and it's like one big chat board, and they blow each other's phones up all day, every day, and about stupid things. I mean, they're just stupid things. Anyway, he had sent a post out over their messenger deal, and was saying that these guys were talking about how $3 a dozen was too much, and they were laughing at him because nobody was going to pay that kind of money. I sell them. I sell them every time. I sell them all day, every day. I sell every single dozen that I put out. I sell them. And I don't have a problem selling them either. I don't have a hard time selling them. So, you know, I tell them, you can go ahead and tell those boys they can go on over to Walmart and they can pay 99 cents for their who knows how old eggs that have been, you know, chickens terrorized and everything else. But, you know, these are really good, farm fresh, organic eggs, you know, and it's worth the $3. And if they don't want to pay it, that's fine. So, right, Grizz, exactly. But they're doing that because they're selling them for the same price, so obviously they got to make something. Suburban says, farm-raised eggs go for over $5 a dozen. Talk to locals and local feed store. Now, here's the funny thing about that. At the farmers markets around here, they sell for the $5 a dozen as well. And I don't know that I could get $5. I probably could. But I don't mind doing the $3. I can sell them really easy that way, and it's fine. And I don't mind at all that his fire guys are joking about it, because they're the ones eating crappy eggs. So I don't care. I don't care. But one of the gals who buys eggs from me, she used to sell her eggs at the farmer's market for $5 a dozen. But then they moved, and she can't have chickens, so she had to get rid of the ones she had, and so she buys her eggs from me for $3 a dozen. So, and they're really good eggs. They're really good eggs. So, in fact, I think I had posted a picture on Instagram and our Facebook page the other day. I had made some eggs, and man, nice, bright, yellowish orange yolks, raised up real thick. I mean, good stuff. So anyway, I don't care. Let the haters hate, right? Chris says, I refuse to sell my eggs. If I can't eat them, I give them extras away. No money in selling eggs. I would rather give them to friends. Suburban says, send him to work with a dozen and let them taste the difference. They'll change their minds. Yeah, you know, Suburban, I feel like at this point, you know, they just need to go ahead and keep shopping at Walmart, I guess. It really well, you're from around here. You know the mindset of these people. It's a Walmart mentality. So, which is fine. It's totally fine. Miss Sandy asks, what feed do you use? We use a Purina non-GMO organic laying crumble, and we feed them a blend of oyster shells, some chicken egg shells, and cracked corn for their scratch. I just lost a message there. So anyway, that's our blend. Plus, they get sunflower seeds and things like that as I have them available too. So yes, Suburban, exactly. And you know, it's not just food either. I mean, they do it with all sorts of things. Like I'm here in the yarn shop. And the folks that come in here and buy things, they know and understand the difference between natural fiber versus Red Heart Super Saver. But a lot of these folks would come in here and look around. Unfortunately, there's not been that many that's done it while I've been here. But there was a lady the other day who come in, and she asked me where the inexpensive yarn was. And I asked what she was looking for, and she said, you know, the stuff like you find at Walmart. And I it just kind of took a second to think about how to word it in the nice way, because what I wanted to say was, well, you find the Walmart yarn at Walmart, and we're not Walmart. But, you know, anyway, let me, I've got my phone on the charger, which is why I'm sitting in this awkward spot. I'm going to switch the phone around so you guys can see. But, you know, basically, I mean, the bottom line is we're talking about actual natural fiber. Lots of times it's hand spun, like this one here. This is one that I did. It's hand spun alpaca. Not only is it hand spun alpaca, but let me flip this picture around. You see those alpaca right there? There we go. Those alpaca are about 5 miles outside of town. I mean, they're between here and they're between Dandridge and Jefferson City. And it doesn't get any more locally sourced than that. The gal who owns the shop, Brenda, these are her alpacas. And so I'm going to kind of come around here. So those alpaca are what this fiber is from. I mean, that's not Walmart Red Heart Super Saver, folks. And then this stuff here is really nice too. I just love it. And then we just got this roving here, which of course you guys know that I spin, and I absolutely love it too. Oh, and then these rugs right here, excuse me, those are made with our alpacas, but we send the fiber down to this fella in Texas. And he's 80-something years old. He's been weaving rugs since he was a teenager, and he does an amazing job. So we send our fiber down to him and let him do it because he's an expert. So you guys can see this one here. I love the pattern in it right there. It's so cool. So, but yeah, he does an amazing job. And then let me come over here. Oh, look at that staircase, y'all. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Of course, you know, these are all, you know, old buildings. They're all fabulous, but I'm giving you a tour right now, Suburban. I didn't mean to, but so here we go. This is basically, this is the downstairs part of the shop, and then when you go up the stairs, it's a little bit bigger of a space, and it's just a excuse me, it's just a classroom. Grizz says it's easy to spin. Where is that? Grizz says it's easy to spin. The hard part to spinning is selecting the right mushrooms. Yes, Andy, you're absolutely right. Thank you. You noticed the difference. Andy says that yarn and Walmart yarn looks about like the difference in pine 2x4s from Lowe's and a good nice piece of cedar wood from a local sawmill. You get what you pay for, and you are absolutely right. So, Miss Jenny, I know I am in hog heaven in this place. So, most everything in here is either locally sourced from our own farms or from other local farms, or at the very least is USA made. So we try really hard to make sure that we've got good quality products and everything. And you can see our little Christmas tree over there. It was so cute, and it fit that spot so well that we just decided to start changing it up for all the holidays. So right now it's got Valentine's Day still. We're going to be putting the St. Patrick's on it this weekend. But look at the little alpacas. Aren't they cute? So anyway, it's just kind of the stuff that we deal with folks, you know. Let me come up this way so you can kind of get an idea of the upstairs. That rail goes all the way around. Isn't it cool? Grizz, you really are, darling. You really are. Miss Vina, do you have Angora bunnies? Is that what I just saw? Oh, satins. Beautiful. I have a French, and we had an English, but we think that the dog that used to try to come to our property all the time, we think that he scared it so bad he gave it a heart attack, because we had gone out there one day and it was dead. And let me turn this back around here. He was dead, and there wasn't any signs of any damage or, you know, anything like that. He wasn't sick, and, you know, he didn't hurt himself or anything. So, uh-oh. Are we still there? There we go. So, anyway, we think that the dog had terrorized him so much he had a heart attack. But I have a French Angora, and she is absolutely gorgeous. And she's supposed to be, getting bred sometime real soon. There's a gal in South Carolina who has some champion bloodline French Angoras, and she wants this girl really bad because she is the gal who bred her mom and daddy. So, anyway, the story is that our girl Josie, her mother was this gal's favorite bunny, and she had bred the mother with the father, and they had the one litter of kits, and then that was it. And then I'm not sure what she said had happened, if she had sold the father or something and then the mother died. I'm not sure, but anyway, she had only had the one litter of kits, and so Josie is one of the babies from that litter. So when I had told her that, she was really excited about it, and she wanted to buy her from me, and she wanted to pay a couple $100s for her. But Hannah's attached to her at this point because she's Hannah's rabbit, so that wasn't going to happen. So we've made an agreement that she's going to bring a champion bloodline buck up, and we're going to breed them, and then she'll get pick of the litter. And I don't mind that because we don't show the rabbits, and she really does, and she's really big into that sort of thing. So, it doesn't bother us at all. As long as the fiber is pretty, that's all I care about. So, she'll take pick of the litter, and we'll get other babies out of the deal. And then we'll either keep them or sell them, whichever. So, anyway, that's not chicken related at all. But there you go. This is how we roll, isn't it? We get started on one thing and then we go on to something else. It's okay. But, anyway, yes, Miss Vina, we need to get together at some point. Are you going to the Homestead Conference in October? Are any of you guys going to the Homestead Conference in October? That's something else that I need to do a little video on, so you guys will have to stay tuned for that. Vina is going. Hey, okay, so listen, Miss Vina, if you're on Facebook, if you will send me a message on our Sullivan Family Homestead page, and let's chat. Let's chat and plan to get together. Grizz, I don't know if I want to answer that. How are chickens and politicians alike? Okay, Grizz, tell us how they're alike. You sent me a friend request the other day? I'm not sure if I got it, or if I did, I didn't recognize you. The quilt is actually not a pattern. There's a gal that made the quilt for a fundraiser. There's a group of folks that are trying to raise money to help people spay and neuter their animals, and so that's a drawing for that quilt. Clip off a left wing or a right wing, and they both spin in opposite directions with the same destination. Oh, goodness. Look for Ariel. Okay, I will. I will, Vina. Yeah, Suburban. It actually is a really cool deal. I mean, the quilt, it's laying on its side, so you have to kind of tilt your head to the side, but it's kitty cats. So they're all right here. Yeah, and then I don't know if she hand quilted it all or not. I don't think I heard, and I don't think she said. But anyway, for a $5 donation, you can get entered in the drawing, and if you're interested, you can call that phone number right there. Let me see. There you go. Call and talk to Miss Willa, Suburban, and she can hook you up. She may even be able to hook you up with that pattern. I'm not sure. It wouldn't hurt. So, anyway, we don't really do quilting anything in here. We're trying to stay focused more on fiber art, so we've been doing some classes, which, of course, yours truly has been teaching some of. I've done a crochet class and drop spindle class so far. And then the other gal who works in here, she did a table weaving loom class. And then we're doing a knit, and we're doing some other things, another type of weaving loom, and soon we'll be doing some felting, wet and dry felting, I hope. So anyway, all fiber related, of course. But I saw Noah's Ark in here too. Did I just see you? There you are. How's it going? Suburban says check Messenger after the stream. I sure will. So anyway, I'm totally off the original subject, but it's been a lot of fun chatting with you guys. I'm sure that you guys have noticed that we haven't been doing our Thursday night live streams, and that's just because Thursday nights have become really saturated, to be quite honest. So we've just kind of decided not to do that because Thursdays are always my insanely busy days anyway. I'm bouncing between work and craft group and my paper crafting groups and all sorts of meetings and things like that. Thursday's just really busy. So it was crazy to be rushing like a chicken with my head cut off, no pun intended, and then turn around and come in and do a live stream, and, you know, it was a lot of work to get here. So I like the idea of being able to just come on when I've got a few minutes, and, you know, I like the crowd too. So what's that, Grizz? Grizz says, hey y'all, please pray for my doctor friend. He's being persecuted for having a one-time affair with a patient 7 years ago. Are trying to make him lose his practice. He's a darn good vet. Man, that's a rough deal, man. That is a rough deal. Noah's Ark says they hit a pothole last night and had to get new tires. Whereabouts are you at, Noah's Ark? I'm telling you, the rain that we've had in the last couple of weeks, what? Oh my goodness. Grizz, darling. Lord Almighty. You know what's funny is that when I read that, Grizz, I wasn't even thinking about the animals. I was thinking about their owners. This just proves where your mind goes and where my mind goes. See? Sweet and innocent, bad. Terrible. Terrible. Okay. We should know better, though, from you. Goodness. Noah's Ark is from Detroit. Let me tell you, I mean, though, the last couple of weeks with all this rain, these guys, they fill stuff with, gosh, what? I don't know, chips of the asphalt and stuff, and it's kind of a slurry of things that they pour into the potholes here. And in theory, it gets hot enough that it melts it all over and it kind of fills it in like a Band-Aid. Well, unfortunately, when it rains so much as it has been raining, it also washes the slurry out. And so now, where we didn't have potholes before, we have like massive craters that are big enough to take your car into the hole. So, our snow melted. The snow was filling in the potholes. So you didn't even see the pothole because it was full of water, huh? But anyway, somebody just had to go. Oh, all right, Suburban, have a good day. Okay, y'all, at this point, I'm just blah-de-blahing, and we're just having casual chit-chat, and that's a whole lot of fun and everything, but I'm supposed to be working. So I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all see you later, and I'm going to get off here, and I didn't intend this to be an hour-long live stream. I just intended this to be a few-minute video of me saying that it's chicken meeting day, and I'm so excited. So anyway, if y'all could, please just pray for me, because, you know, today's going to be a wonderful day with the husband trying to figure out how I'm going to smuggle in 500 little baby chicks. So, all right, y'all, have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.